idea that innovation is accelerating, and there's this innovation singularity kind of coming up. And if there's any of the geeks, there's this big singularity talk, but we really start to see some of these things, and when we ask the question like, what's next in your industry, one of the things that we all start to see is there's a certain opacity 4 or 5 years out. It's hard to judge because the change is going so rapidly. And that's one of those characteristics of your going up an asymptote, that it becomes more and more difficult. 20 years ago, if you were part of the corporate team, you probably had a 5 to 10 year plan about innovation and technology and things that you were going to roll out in your network. They don't exist now. 10-year plans are laughable. They're like trying to make plans for next week in New England based on the weather. Good luck. It's going to change. Which is a fact of life. And one of the things that at EMC is we're a very horizontal company. We sell our product to a lot of different industries. So I get to sit down with customers and with researchers and all these different things, from education to healthcare to telecom, and we're all talking about really, really huge changes. We're talking about really, really huge changes in the nature of data. We're talking really huge changes about access to that information, about sharing that information. One of the things that was a real wake-up call for us was every year for the last 5 years, we get IDC to do some research for us about the growth of information, a vested interest for us. About 2.5 years ago, they came back to us and said, something interesting happened this year. The amount of information that was generated exceeded the capacity of planet Earth to store it. There's information falling off the back end of the wagon now. And it's not traditional sources. It's not databases and all that kind of stuff that we sort of normally expect. That's still growing at the normal rate. It's your phones, it's text messages, it's pictures, it's all those things that you've collected with all those devices out there. And guess what? It's growing exponentially. We don't know what's really going to happen with that. That's that new grist. That's that new opportunity that you guys are starting to explore. That you guys are going to make interesting things out of. That is unpredictable. I think that's both exciting and scary for us in all the industry.